Hi, we've got something really good in store for you today. It's a 15-minute workout that is completely somatics based. Now, somatic movement meaning of the body, however, with that added bonus that we're actually changing the neurophysiology of your body. We're sending messages through your sensory receptor part of the brain and then actioning it through your motor cortex in the slow controlled movements that you're going to do through my instruction. Now, don't think of anything else. Think of how slowly, how relaxed, how mindful you can be with the movements. They're specifically selected to give you a little bit of a stretch for the lower back, mobilize the spine, strengthen some of the muscles that get pulled forward. They're tight, but they're so weak. So we're going to try and get them to develop some strength so they can be a lot more functional for you. And then we're going to go into some release work for your neck and your hips. And one amazing thing you'll see at the end is for you to measure how mobile your spine is in rotation, and then I'll guarantee you through this, after 12 minutes, you'll be moving around with such greater ease. So bear with me, even if it does feel a bit uncomfortable at times, it's just your body going, no, I don't do that. So you've got to talk to your body and ask it to trust you to take it into a greater sense of ease. So lying down on your back, and we will start with a gentle mobilization of the spine where you might start in neutral, and those of you that are really familiar with Pilates know that I do talk a lot about having your two hip bones in line with your pubic bone so that you have a little gap here at your lumbar spine area between you and the mat. Well, today we're going to start there, but we move away from it and away from it by arching and flexing the spine. So the first way we'll go is by inhaling and pressing the lower part of your sacrum to the mat. I'm going to roll to the side and show you that. That's this triangular bone here. So that's the middle, your tailbone is the top, and then the top part of your sacrum meets your lumbar spine. So we want to go down to this lowest part there. So we inhale and press that tail down, and you'll notice that your waistline comes further away from the mat by contracting the muscles in the spine. That's what you want. You want them to contract. Then as you exhale very slowly, you start to relax the muscles in the back and sinking down to your neutral position. And we go again, inhale. Be mindful not to do it by lifting and flaring the ribs, but by pushing the weight down in the lower sacral area. And exhale, really slowly come back to your neutral. Just a couple more there for me. And in and out, drawing all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, and you contract the muscles in the back of your body, and you're opening the ones at the front. And now we contract the ones at the front and relax the ones at the back. And just take a moment, close your eyes, and observe which part of your lumbar area, your head, your neck, shoulders are on the floor. And importantly, how you might feel that your whole sacrum can relax a little bit more. Now, roll towards the camera, sliding your bottom arm up long and rest your head on it. Your knees are bent, and then the top arm, you're going to turn the palm up, reach it to the ceiling, and then take it overhead to cradle your head. You lift it up and place that top hand over your ear. We inhale and we're going to side bend the head, neck and shoulders up, because my powerful arm and hand are lifting my head up. And I'm giving this side of my neck a bit of a stretch and contracting the upper side. Reaching this arm long, and then exhale, let your head be heavy in your hands, and slowly, I bet you're already down there, but I'm still going. It's got to be that slow, and relax. Get that sense of yielding to the floor. And inhale, recruit the necessary muscles, And coming up, reach that arm long, because that'll give you more stretch in this underneath side. Some of you will be rotating like that. That'll be because the muscles in the neck are tighter than they need to be. So just find a focal point in front of you and keep looking at that as you descend on that ever so slow movement as you exhale. Now we're going to introduce the leg at the same time and a side bend at the top waist. So inhale, recruit, head, neck and shoulders, draw that top shoulder blade down and internally rotate the top leg, reaching this arm long along the floor and get a nice contraction here in the top oblique muscles. So you're trying to bring your hips to your ribs and your ribs to your hips. And then exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly. Touchdown. Last one. And inhale, recruit, look straight ahead, contract that top side of your torso, reach the bottom arm out, exhale slowly down. It might feel a little bit jerky at times. That's just your nervous system saying, hey, dude, this is where I contract, this is where I live. And you're going, no, we're going to a new place to live. It's much more relaxing. Now I want you to shoot out I will demonstrate, you shoot out the top arm and leg as you come down. So yes, that was our last one of that, but we're doing a different one. You come up, inhale, contract, and exhale, go down. 3, 2, 1, stretch. Reach it, reach, reach. And then gently come out of it. Peel yourself off the floor, so leave your head to last. It'll look a bit like a slinky coming off the floor. And then we're going to swing to the other side and go down onto the mat. Reach the top arm and cradle the ear on the bottom. Lengthen out that long arm. And let's just do a couple with only the head being lifted. Inhale, up we come. Now that top shoulder blade, this one here, has to think of drawing downwards in order to side bend that side of the neck. And exhale, slowly coming down. I can see you speed freaks out there, slow it down, get down, touchdown, and inhale up, fill up the air in your lungs, bring it in, and then you've got a lot of oxygen into the lungs. Now you can expel all the air you don't need. Do it slowly, without force or contraction, enduring, languid exhalation. Now we'll add the foot and the leg. Inhale, internally rotate that top leg. Contract the top side of the torso. Bring your hip to your ribs and your ribs to your hips. Try not to roll the hip forward, but keep it stacked on the other. And then exhale, slowly, slowly down. And it won't feel the same as the other side, because generally most of us have got some sort of tension or rotation through the spine and the pelvis. Inhale, coming up. Draw that top shoulder blade down. Find your point of reference on the wall in front. And exhale, coming down. Slow exhalation. You touch down, then you actually release down. Now this one is the one that has the stretch on the end. Inhale, coming up. Reach that top arm long, big contraction. Get the muscles to contract. That's what they love doing, so tell them to go for it. Exhale, coming down, down. When you're almost down, shoot the arm and leg out. Reach it, reach it, reach it long. And then yield to the floor. Slinky yourself up. Keep your head connected to your arm until you have to let it go, and up we come. to our seated position. So we're going to have both knees facing to one way. So they're going to that way, our feet this way. So the arm that's closest to your foot is the arm that you pick up and you place on the opposite shoulder. You want to think of your elbow being like a single torch headlight. This hand rests comfortably on the floor. Some people like to have the heel of the hand up like that, others have it down. It's a preference, completely up to you. And I always want to make sure that my nose and my sternum are in line with my elbow. So I inhale and lift up. In this case, it is your left buttock that you're lifting. So lift up that buttock, so you're engaging the gluteals, and rotate the spine, looking over your right shoulder, but keeping your elbow reaching. It's the guide with the light. And then you exhale as you drop that left buttock down, and you're engaging your internal obliques here to help bring that left side of the pelvis back down again. Now those of you that find that's a bit challenging to have the knee bent or that much flexion in the hip, you can take your leg out long and do the same thing. So we inhale and lift up that left buttock and glute and rotate around. And exhale, lead with the tailbone, activate the internal obliques and come back down so the left sits bones back down on the floor. And keeping that left shoulder nice and relaxed. It could be tempting to take the elbow up, but you want to keep it in line with your sternum. Now we add to this one and inhale, lifting up the buttock, reach with the elbow, and then we stay there and look over our left shoulder, keeping the buttocks up, and exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale over the left shoulder, and exhale over the right shoulder. Take a breath in. As you exhale, drop your left buttock down, but leave your head looking over your right shoulder and reach your left elbow forward. Engage those obliques and they'll help you get it down. Now inhale and lift up the left buttock and look over your left shoulder. Exhale, drop the left buttock and rotate over your right shoulder. Feel that complete spinal rotation. Reach that left elbow forward. Inhale and lift. Look over the left buttock. And exhale, lead with the tail and drop your spine down, looking over the right shoulder. Now place your left hand on the floor. Both hands are out to the side. And as we inhale, we're going to pull our heels of our hands towards us as we go into a little spinal extension. So lift the bottom of your cervical spine, base of your neck, like you've got a string pulling you to the ceiling. But your eye line looks out just above your shoulders, to the wall, out to the front. Then you exhale, lead with your tailbone, push with your hands and go into a C curve and you're looking at your navel. Inhale and pull your hands towards you and lift through the sternum. And exhale, lead with the tail and curl down. Last one, inhale and up. Open the lungs, fill it up with great oxygen. And exhale and push back. And come back up to your neutral position. And you're going to rotate over your right shoulder. And just take a snapshot of how far you can rotate. So I'll turn around this way. So I'm rotating. So I can see to a point there. I can see a bit of, I've taken a snapshot of what I can see. Now this might look a little weird, but this is the gift we've purchased that I promised you. We're going to do some eyeball exercises. This is great for just untethering the vestibular system. So while I look as far as I can over my right shoulder, I'm going to take my eyes left, right, and then a 360. So let's do that. We go left, right, left, right. Now do a full 360, and then the other way, and turn further. It's like you've unlocked the door of increased spinal rotation. Anytime you are feeling tension in the neck, getting a little bit of dizziness, you can always do those eye exercises. And I will keep quiet and just do a couple so you can see how crazy your eyes can go. Got it? Now let's go to the other side. So come out of that slowly. Take your knees to the other side. And you pick up your right arm and put it on your left shoulder. Remember, your beacon of light is your elbow and it's in line with your sternum. Resting your left hand on the floor, and inhale, lift up the right buttock, reach with the elbow and rotate. And exhale, dropping that right buttock down, engaging these lower oblique abdominals. And inhale, lift and rotate. And exhale, lead with the tail, draw those abdominals into action, back to your starting position. Inhale and rotate. Staying there, exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, look over your right shoulder. Exhale over your left. And then over your right. Turn back to the left. Take a pause. On your next exhale, drop that right buttock down, but leave your head looking over your left shoulder and reach your right elbow forward to feel that incredible spinal rotation. Inhale, lift the buttock and look over your right shoulder. And exhale, drop the buttock and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, rotate right, and exhale, rotate left. Take your right hand off your shoulder, place it in front, moving both fingers and hands forward just a little bit, and we're going to pull ourselves forward, like your arms are going like that. As we inhale, lift the chest, lift that back of your neck towards the ceiling, smiling collarbones. Then lead with your tailbone, scoop the abdominals, push away into your C curve. Inhale, pull yourself forward. And exhale, scoop it back. Really round the back. You're contracting the muscles on the front line of the body and releasing the back line. This last one, we open the muscles of the front body and contract the muscles in the back body. Then relax into a neutral position, and this is where we do that rotation to see how far you can get around. So find your point of reference, so how far, what you can see, and then we do the vestibular exercise. So we're going to go left, right, 360, other way, and then see if the magical response occurs where you can rotate further. It's so freeing. Then come back to the center, uncurl yourself, and bring your knees up facing the ceiling, feet flat on the floor, hands behind your knees, and roll down to the floor. We're going to finish off with a little bit of a spinal curl and rotation, putting it all together. So I'm going to place my right hand on the back of my head and my left hand on my left thigh. I'm going to press, like our very first exercise, my sacrum, the bottom part of my sacrum to the mat, contracting my back line of my body. As I exhale, I relax my back, Lengthen the back of my head along the floor. Start to posteriorly tilt my pelvis. Press my left leg into the floor and rotate towards my left. Elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Not just the knee moving. It's like a spring scooping around the center. Then I inhale and slowly slide the hand down the spine, the thigh, and inhale into my arch. Exhale, relax the back, lengthen the spine, curl up from the bottom and the top. Scoop the abdominals and you'll use your biceps on your left arm quite strongly, and down. You might do 3 or 4 of those. I'm just going to do 2 each side today. So swapping, left hand behind my head, right hand by my right thigh. And then my left elbow is on the mat. Inhale, lower sacrum to the floor, arching through my back, contracting all of my back muscles. Exhale, relax the back, lengthen the back of the head. Use my right foot to press into the floor and rotate. Scoop those abdominals and rotate right elbow to left elbow to right knee. And slowly down. Open the front body. Exhale, relax the back. Recruit all the muscles you need, lengthening the spine. Scoop and rotate. And slowly, slowly coming down. It's a precious commodity, your body, so take it down really slowly. And that's the end of our sequence for your spine and hips and neck. Just lengthen out your legs and take your arms by your sides, closing your eyes, and take a really, really strong inhalation through the lower ribs, middle ribs, up to your armpits and collarbones. Really feel the air into your lungs. Fill it in and you'll see the belly scoops up because you're getting it all to fill up. And then exhale really slowly, without contraction or force. Melt down to your mat. And I recommend you go and have a nap or go to sleep. This is the best thing to do just before you get into bed. See you next time.